Everything's pointed at you. You are what when they say Al-Qaeda, they're talking about you. So you're Al-Qaeda. Go ahead.
Well, also, and I got really, I've been wanting to call and tell you about this for a while. It's really interesting. It's about George Bush. And I know back in the 90s, he owned the Texas Rangers baseball team.
Yes.
Well, they do spring training down here close to my town. I'm basically in Sarasota. And I just put some connections together, and I thought it was really interesting how Jeb Bush was the governor of Florida. Bush was in Sarasota when 9/11 happened. You know, and then the whole drug thing, you know, our county at one point was one of the bigger drug counties in the 90s, I guess. But, yeah, I just kind of put all that together and kind of figured, you know, maybe what the connection might be with Florida down here.
Well, you know what the connection is. Massive narcotics trafficking, whore running, just mafia territories. That's why the government's promoting the legalization of prostitution and gambling everywhere, because they want to tax it and get their cut.
Yeah, well, I also thought it was really interesting because in '04 we went through a Category 4 hurricane, and I basically kind of got a glimpse of what it's like to live in, you know, martial law scenario. I mean, bags of ice were like $8 or $10. You know, nobody was prepared or had any food stored, so everybody's fridge was off, and everybody kind of didn't know what to do. Everybody's like, what do we do? So National Guard came, you know, and within 2 or 3 days, Bush came to our town. And I was like, I thought it was funny because he didn't go to Katrina for like a long time. And I was like, well, that was kind of odd.
Austin, I appreciate your call. Good to have you on board. Ruth in Louisiana, you're on the air. Go ahead, Ruth.
Yes. Hello, Alex.
Welcome.
I always have you in my prayers and your family.
I need that. I need that shield. Please keep it up, Ruth.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Look, I want to bring out an alternative to baby formula, which is goat's milk.
Why would you want an alternative? It's making the girls go into puberty at 3 and 4 years of age. It's causing their brain to be on average 20 percentage points smaller. I mean, that's loving.
Well, case in point on all of this, my mother was an anesthetist, okay? And when I had my first son, I could not produce enough breast milk. So I tried all the formulas on the shelf. He threw it all up. He couldn't keep none of it down. My mother was down, and she says, look, we need to find some goat's milk. She says, because in the old days when she was raised on a farm, that's what they used. And, of course, the molecular structure of goat milk is much smaller. It's easier to digest. So at first the doctor wanted to do a bunch of tests, so I said, okay, I'm going to try this first. It took me a while to try to find some. I wasn't able to find the fresh goat's milk, which is better, but I was able to find some canned goat's milk. So I tried it. My son didn't throw any of it up. He loved it. Of course, my pediatrician was from India, so she...
Well, no, I mean, throughout history, a lot of women, a small percentage, but overall, a lot of women can't produce milk or have problems, or sometimes their babies are allergic to it, very rarely. And goat's milk is good. There's almost no rejection known for ass milk, donkey milk, from the female donkey. And so that's some of the best milk you can get for humans if you can't get the, a regular human milk. But it's a conspiracy theory that women should breastfeed. I mean, everybody knows that was a conspiracy theory, and that the family never existed, and that children need melamine-filled bisphenol A milk. Here's a headline: tainted Chinese baby milk powder causes baby girls to grow breast. Health authorities in China have ordered an investigation into a batch of powdered baby milk that caused children as young as 4 months to grow breast. And they just admit now that that's happening here, but they say that's fine.
And back in the day, it was the formula was probably a little bit better than it is today.
That was back in the Al-Qaeda. That was back when Americans were Al-Qaeda. Now they know it's good to give them formula. Do not breastfeed. That is evil.
Yeah, I mean it's a shame.
Of course, I'm being sarcastic, Ruth. God bless you, Ruth, and I need those prayers. Thank you. Women, look. If you're going to have children, it's the most precious thing in the world. Have your husband work a couple extra jobs if you have to. Give them at least 6 months of breast milk. Come on. I know it's a conspiracy theory to say your baby needs it, but you've got those mammary glands for a reason. okay? And your baby's going to take to that milk like a fish to water. Or you can give them bisphenol A laced milk, formula, okay? Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, homegain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to homegain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to homegain.com. Use their home sale maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange home gain gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's homegain.com, HOMEGAIN.com. Check them out today.
When you hear the words water purification, what comes to mind? If it's Berkey Water Purification Systems, this message is for you. Did you know that over 60% of municipal water contains fluoride at less than 2 cents per gallon? Berkey water filters purify treated and untreated water, remove dangerous chlorine, fluoride, and contaminants from municipal water. These filters are powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water, making them perfect for rainwater collection systems. From the smallest to the largest systems, BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has what you need. With your system purchase, you'll receive a shower filter, a fluoride filter, or 2 sport Berkey bottles absolutely free. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com would like to offer GCN listeners 5% off all ceramic filter systems and ship all orders over $50 free of charge. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. Or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY today.
Good day, Jim Newcomer from Midas Resources. August 11th, 2010. Gold opened this morning at $12.0120. A 1-ounce gold coin can be purchased for $12.3338, $616.69 for a half ounce, or $308.35 for the quarter ounce. That's $12.3338, $616.69, or $308.35.
Again, the Congressional Budget Office sounds the alarm, warning of Greek-style U.S. debt crises. CBO is drawing a parallel between U.S. economy and the Greek economic meltdown. Debt to GDP climbing to unfamiliar territory and deficits rising to unsupportable levels. Hi, Ted Anderson. The Federal Debt and Risk of Financial Crises document the CBO has published is a must-read for every American. Covering the risks of deficit spending, aging population, and rising interest rates spells economic disaster. Call today at 800-686-2237. I'll send it free. Again, call 800-686-2237. Ask for the CBO document. Call 800-686-2237.
How well and how fast does Heart and Body Extract work to improve blood circulation? Listen.
My name is Ellis, and I am 66 years old, and I live in Jacksonville, Florida. 2 years ago, I was diagnosed as having clogged arteries. I had 70% blockage in one artery leading to my heart. They wanted me to go on Plavix, but I refused, knowing the negative side effects.
Heart and Body Extract is a unique balance, synergy, and proportion of herbs reaching from head to toe at maximum absorption around 95% at the cellular level.
Within the first month, I felt a dramatic difference. The heaviness in my legs was reduced, and within 2 months, I felt completely normal.
Your natural organic herbal formula for heart health is Heart and Body Extract. Heart and Body Extract comes with a 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract. Call 866-295-5305, 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe. Our food is unfit to eat. And we sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value. I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. I want you to get up right now. Get up, go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
We are back live. Alan Watt is coming up. We'll take your Twitter questions at twitter.com/RealAlexJones. Again, that's twitter.com/RealAlexJones. We'll take some of your Twitter questions, and the phones will be open while he's on with us. I got a host of issues and news items I want to go over. He was on with us last week, but an hour wasn't enough, so he'll be joining us for much of the last hour and a half. Let's go ahead and go to Daniel in Virginia. You're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, Alex?
Worldwide transmission against tyranny in a last-ditch effort to reignite the fires of liberty.
There you go, buddy. I just want to call and to let you know that you have awakened a lot of people, and you have done a tremendous job doing that. Not only you should deserve credit, but the people who are listening to you deserve credit.
Yes.
And the people, because people needs to rejuvenate as far as what is going on.
And they need to stop thinking that fighting back is hard. It's fun. It's what you're meant to do. People are depressed because they haven't gotten up on their hind legs and started fighting back.
Right. Well, I used to be a security guard at a security company. I had to give it up because of the things that were going on in that security company. My heart is not into what they was doing. But I'll just let you know, Alex, and I'll let the people know, we can agree or disagree. But your heart's in the right place, and the people who are listening to you or the people who are trying to get a comprehension of what you're all about, their heart's in the right place as well. And then it takes all of us as a whole, not as a few, to make a difference.
That's right. And the enemy wants to demoralize us. They want us to not think that we have power. They want us to get us infighting with each other. No. It's Goldman Sachs. It's the major banks. It's J.P. Morgan, Bank of America. It's the globalists. It's the people openly trampling our laws, setting up world government, destroying our borders. We have to identify the enemy and say, get out of our country. Go ahead.
There you go. And as long as they keep persecuting you, Alex, as long as they continue the persecution of you and everybody else, the more it's going to grow and the more powerful we're going to become and the more exposed you're going to become. Because the more they keep exposing you in a negative way, people's going to stop and think and say, well, gee, why are they going after this man so much? Gee, why are they talking about this man so much? Why are they criticizing this man so much? Because you exposed them as who they are.
But it's not hard. I mean, it's in the mainstream news. They're going to put cameras watching us, hooked into CPS for everybody, and everybody who has children. They admit the naked body scanners are being saved, the images. They admit they're doing all these crimes. Look at what I've done in the last hour and a half. I've just covered common sense. It's not hard. I've just gone over what's really happening. I mean, it's simple. So what is it that the establishment media and the government and they're controlled COINTELPRO hordes. What is it they're so upset about on this broadcast? They're upset because we're having an effect, and we have a giant audience that's growing exponentially, and they know that we're getting people to awaken and to take action. I don't have all the answers, but I know that getting people to awaken and to say no to tyranny wherever you find it, wherever you see it, whether it's local or national or in your own family, and loving each other and loving goodness and bringing that light into the world will defeat these people. God bless you, Daniel. More calls and Alan Watts straight ahead.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.